Today we're talking about something that brings joy, happiness, health, well-being, and also causes fear, terror, anxiety, and all kinds of other stressful emotions to happen when people buy houses. We're talking about trees. Hey there, it's DeElla with Hoberg Homes. If we haven't met yet, I am a residential real estate agent here in the North Metro Atlanta area, and today we are talking about trees. If you don't know, or if you've never been to Atlanta, it is named or dubbed or nicknamed the city in the forest. And even though we are the 9th most populated city in the United States, we have the #1 largest tree canopy in the nation for cities. And it's interesting because only about 6% of those trees are on public land. So the vast majority of trees are owned by homeowners or they are on private property. And so trees and tree management are a big part of the home ownership process. And keeping up with your trees and maintaining them is part of owning your own home. And there are so many benefits to trees, but there are some risks involved too. And when you're purchasing a home or when you are just living in your home and maintaining your trees, it's important to know how to do that properly and also know what to look for when you are purchasing. So let's get to it. Let's start with the benefits, then let's get into the risks. And let's also look at how to plant to up your energy efficiency, and let's get started right now. The benefits of trees. Well, aesthetically, they are beautiful. Trees are pretty, duh. And of course, they create a privacy barrier, natural fences, noise barriers, and they help your curb appeal. They also have great health benefits. So trees help absorb lung-damaging dust, ash, smoke, and other pollutants. Shade from trees also reduces temperatures, which helps make pollutants less volatile. Trees produce oxygen and absorb carbon dioxide. Studies show that 1 acre of trees produce enough oxygen for 18 people every day. According to the American Forest, the forest in Atlanta removed about 19 million pounds of pollutants every single year, which costs about $47 million. The financial benefits. Trees can increase your property values on average between 3 and 15%. Did you know that a great tree-lined shopping area will increase spending in that district between 9 and 12%? And safety. Trees can improve driving safety by decreasing highway and mid-block crash rates. Trees are also shown to help prevent crime. In fact, in public housing, communities with more trees had 52% fewer total crimes, 48% fewer property crimes, and 56% fewer violent crimes. Gotta love the trees. Okay, trees are fine, but what about the fear? What about the terror?
Oh shit.
trees can be a scary proposition here in Atlanta. We have wet weather, and bottom line, we get a lot of kind of disruptive storms. But the benefits really outweigh the risks, and there are a lot of ways that as homeowners we can mitigate those risks by making sure that we're good stewards of our trees. So let's take a look at some of the common problems in trees on our lots. Ooh, I think a storm's coming in now. So let's take a look at some of the problems and some of the ways that we can make sure our trees are healthy and strong and we can avoid some problems. Okay, this can be a problem with trees. And what we're seeing here is English ivy, which is super duper duper common. And it can run up trees like this, which isn't necessarily an issue, but it can start to choke out trees and damage them. So we can see that these trees are starting to get damaged. We actually lost several of these trees on the other side of our property due to a big storm. So ivy can damage trees, so you have to keep an eye on it. Here is another thing that you have to take a look at when you're looking at trees. So you can see here we have some cavities starting in this tree, and you can see some rot and damage. So this tree is going to have to go, which is unfortunate. But we know that this tree has some sort of damage going on inside. So that's something to take a look at. Now here is another example of something that can go wrong with trees. It's a little bit hard to see, but this tree, this is a pine tree. Go way up here to see it. This is a pine tree, and it is covered in a vine. This vine is choking this tree out. This tree is literally being suffocated by this vine, which means that it's much more likely to fall and cause damage. Okay, so here we have a big, beautiful tree, and it has this beautiful canopy, and it's lovely. But this boom, boom, boom is where the problem is. Do you see way up here? Yes, the tree is touching the house. And why, oh why, is this an issue? Well, little critters love, love, love to hop onto the house from the trees. Remember squirrels? Oh yes, those lovely little rodents with wings, basically. They like to hop from the tree to the house and try to burrow their way into your attic. So, cutting back trees from the house is important. Another quick note on trees. If I were going to plant trees here in the Atlanta metro area, I would go ahead and plant hardwood trees. Why? Because the root structure is deeper and stronger than pine. And guess what? With this wet weather that we have and the strong winds that we often get with storms, the deeper roots are going to stand longer and not be pushed over or snapped by frost and strong winds. Now that we know the benefits of trees and the risks, let's talk about how we can use them the most efficiently to save on energy and beautify our homes. So first, we want to track the way that the sun rises and sets around our home to determine our best course of action. Second, we want to see how the sun's rays hit our windows, doors, and air conditioners and what it most affects. Third, determine where the shade needs to be to most effectively block the sun. Fourth, determine how much space is available for the tree's root system. A large tree requires at least 200 square feet of soil surface area, and a small tree requires 100 square feet. Be sure larger trees aren't planted too close to the house. At least 15 to 20 feet away is a great idea, and not anywhere near any septic tanks or water lines. And make sure you're not planting conifers or pine trees anywhere near south or west facing windows. You want to have deciduous trees there.
Whoa, whoa, wait, hold up. What the hell is a deciduous tree anyway?
These, my friends, are deciduous trees. These are the things that lose their leaves in the winter. So, in the wintertime, when they lose their lovely leaves, they let the sunshine in, and in the summer, they provide lovely, lovely shade. Okay, back to the drawing. The deciduous trees who lose their leaves help the sunshine in the winter come in through your south and west facing windows, which warms up your house and shades it in the summer. Very cool. So, if you don't have the money to plant all the plantings you want right away, prioritize your plantings. Air conditioning units on the south and west side of your home, west and southwest facing windows and doorways, east and southeast facing windows, west and southwest facing wood sided walls, any deck areas that reflect light into the interior of the home. I hope this tree information was really helpful, and thanks, and I'll see you next time for more real talk on real estate.